Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Thursday. All right, guys. Well, yesterday was fun, the hot, messy topics. Today, Jason and I are about to go to Charleston. We're going to go see Ashley and Amani. I believe I just got a text message and we have a delayed flight, which I'm so sorry, Ashley, that you have a delayed flight. I'm sending you all of the positive energy. That sucks. However, it does give me time to record before I go. So it's just like making like lemonade out of lemons. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, we're back to talk about the Valley because it might actually be in trouble, and I'm going to explain exactly what that means. If you guys haven't already, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, guys, and let's up. You know what's wild to me about the Valley is honestly, when it first came out the first season, I was like, this is a gold mine. I thought, okay, this is a really, this is going to be incredible. I just really thought like Bravo struck reality TV gold. However, now I'm watching this season and I can see a lot of cause for pause with fans and people, like the people who are watching, for numerous reasons. One, while I think that some of the reality TV cast for the Valley are incredibly entertaining, I find others to be incredibly boring. There's not like a whole lot of energy there. So that kind of sucks. Like if you think about Vanderpump Rules, you had James who was unhinged, Jax who was unhinged, Scheana who was like everybody called her the pick me, but she was always great. Like in a you could put her anywhere. She was great TV. Katie was just like your resident, like sort of like I'm gonna be a bitch to you because I don't care and you're not bothering me, which was great. Then you had crazy Kristen, and then you had Stassi. It was just like, yeah. And then Lala, great cast, especially spearheaded by Lisa Vanderpump. This cast, I'm a little indifferent, but this is what's being said. So, The Valley season 3, there's a potential cast shakeup because the ratings are low. Season 2 of The Valley, it's experienced a significant drop in ratings with recent episodes drawing as low as 360,000 viewers, which is a huge decline from last year when the series premiered in March. That was 2024. It was 780,000. So you're talking about like almost like we cut that in half. Could it be because of the dark nature of the show? I mean, you have people being accused of being high paid escorts. You have certain forms of abuse. You have rehab. You have, it's toxic. You have, like the guy who, and I love Danny. I think that Danny and Nia are great, but that whole storyline with him getting drunk and being like, call me daddy, and just, it's toxic. I don't think that we're past the point of like no return. I think that we can fix this. I just think that a potential cast shakeup is absolutely necessary. Now, Bravo did respond in light of like the audience sort of just cutting down. Bravo is reportedly considering a major cast overhaul for season 3. An insider did mention that the current lineup will not be the same if the show is renewed. Indicating that some cast members, they may not return. If I had to guess who would not return, to be honest with you guys, I would probably say it would, well, I'm not going to do that to them because I don't want to put that out there. I can look at 4 people on this cast and be like, it feels very try hard. Feels like you're not really offering a whole lot. And I could see where you would be replaced with Scheana and Brock, Lala, Tom Schwartz, where they would reintegrate like the Vanderpump Rules cast in with the new Valley cast, which is, to be fair, a lot of people were like, have been like, we don't want that shit. We don't want, like, then we would have just watched Vanderpump Rules. Well, that's not the case, because if you guys think about it, look at what happened to Roni. If they would have done this with Roni and they would have kept some of the OGs, like maybe 2 or 3, Ramona got too toxic at the end. Sonia, if they would have kept Sonia or Ramona, Luann, and Dorinda, and they would have added 4 or 5 new girls and not tried to make it this like glamorous, glossy sort of thing that like Bethany Frankel called, that would have been a banger. So if they do this for the Valley and they do incorporate some of the familiar faces, that's great for the audience, because truly the audience does not like learning new faces. When you bring in new housewives, when you bring in new cast members, people don't give a shit. We don't know you, you know, and then it takes a minute to get to know you. And if you do come in and you have some sort of connection, it needs to be incredibly compelling. But if it's not, and you're just like getting integrated into the group because they think that maybe you could fit in with the cast, it's going to take a minute. It's going to take you like 2-3 seasons to even potentially win the cast over. And that's as long as you don't mess shit up. But going on. The Jax Taylor controversy has also contributed to a lot of this, because he had a recent admission to his addiction of the pasta. And of course, like the reports of violent behavior, that's raised a lot of concerns with the network executives. These issues are contributing factors in Bravo's deliberations about the show's future. I was talking to a friend about this recently, who he loves the show, and he asked, do you think, like, can the show go on without Jax? And I said, here's the thing. It's like what Nene Leakes did. You are never bigger than the show. The show can always go on, right? Don't pretend like the show is not your show, even if you had a hand in putting it together. The show can survive without you. However, when you get to a point where you're so absolutely reckless, I was telling him, my friend, I was like, Bronwyn Wyndham Burke did this on The Real Housewives of Orange County. She came in and she's like, I have 500 children and my hot husband with his weird necklaces, statement necklaces, and we have a love shack. And then the next season she came in and she said, I'm a lesbian, I'm an alcoholic, I go on benders, and I punch my husband. And I was never in love with him. And that's where I'm at. And she thought by aligning herself as a lesbian that that was something that was so such like a huge thing for Bravo, because it's like, well, Bravo has to support me. Look at Andy Cohen, he's gay. And I really think that she overshot her shot thinking that would work for her. But really, it came back and it bit her in the ass, because what the network decided was, girl, you have a lot going on, and we are not going to contribute and give you, like, even further, give you a platform to self-destruct in front of these viewers, where now it looks like we're like supporting that, because they are a business. So the only way that Jax Taylor would ever get taken off the show is if in fact Bravo felt the same about him. And I don't hope that happens. I really don't. I hope that people get to stay, and I hope everybody gets their act together, especially when you have kids. I think for like just the sake of your kids. I'm also not these people, and I don't battle with these same issues. So it's easy for me to say as an outsider looking in. But when somebody's battling internally, that's different. I want to hear what you guys think, though, honestly, because at the end of the day, they are saying that there's possible inclusion of some of the Vanderpump Rules alums, because there's speculation that Scheana and Lala might actually be brought in as full-time cast members to sort of revitalize the series. I hope that they do that. You know, I think that would be good. So I want to hear your thoughts, guys. Pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Love you. Goodbye.